Well, good afternoon, very good people of Nigeria, both home and diaspora, friends of Nigeria, investors in Nigeria, prospective investors in Nigeria. Today, I am, over the days, over the week, this week in particular, following the ugly happenstances have been going on in the country. I've been receiving series of messages and calls from well-meaning Nigerians, requesting for my reservations over the subject for some issues uh, that have been involved. Today, I am privileged to be here again. Somebody will say, "Why are you smiling? Or why are you happy?" I am happy because I'm alive. I am happy because many of you are alive. You know, today I just want to chip in one or two things as to what we term as the new vistas in Nigeria. It has been a week of, if I may use the word, 1 week, one trouble for Nigeria. 1 week, one trouble for Nigerians. 1 week, one trouble in Nigeria. As a result of the classes of people we have at the helms of affairs as the leaders of Nigeria. Today, when the subsidy was removed, we thought that it would just be a mere saying. There were sentimental analysis and submissions as to yes, but Mr. P2B, the Labour Party presidential candidate, stated in one of his programs that he is going to remove subsidy once if he is elected, and people term it as yes, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, did remove. So what is the difference? We are seeing it clearly. I jokingly, wrote on my timeline today, and that of yesterday also, asking those who are standing, on the mandate, and I hope they are still standing. I hope their legs are not pedaling down, their hands are not pedaling down. I hope they are not checking. Today, since yesterday, it's been fuel, pump price increments skyrocketed to the extent that no one is even, willing to talk again. And we all have them, even media analysts and media experts and media advisors to the Mr. President telling us that we should endure the hardship. Meanwhile, their families are not here. I said it before and I want to repeat it again that Mr. President, as we have it now, was so, in a hurry, was so in a haste, to take certain decisions. When we were told the renewed hope, we people like me, someone like me, knew that that hope, that paradigm was not truly, you know, coming from a truthful person. When you mention renewed hope from what? As it is today. I am in the office. I took time again today, to attend to one or two proceedings in court. As a matter of fact, Nigerian roads, Lagos Road, ever busy Lagos roads, are these days scanty, scanty of, motors, of vehicles, both, especially private vehicles, you know. And the question everyone knows why it is so. And another time we ever had Mr. President, whether he made it or not, through his counsel, threatening, fire and brimstone, threatening anarchy, threatening chaos, you know, in a country where elders are, that if tribunal, is to remove him by virtue of him not meeting up with the 25% as FCT, there is likelihood that such will, get towards, you know, chaos and anarchy. Permit me to say, if that statement was made by non-Northern, non-Southern, if that particular statement was made by someone who is not, from the north or from the south, from the west, by now, that particular zone would have been boiling with the Operation Break the Bridge, Operation Destroy the Python, Operation Python this, Operation Scorpion that, But the president, through his counsel, threatened the judiciary, rendered a threatening statement, a very horrible, horrendous, insipid statement. No one is saying anything. The Mr. President possibly has preempted the court, and he knew that the mandate that he's sitting upon was not truly obtained through the measure or through the right process. As if that was not enough. As if that was not enough. And we also had Mr. President promising us that 12 million households in Nigeria will be receiving 8,000 naira per month, not even per day. And if you calculate this, we're talking about 96 billion every month. And the question will be, where will this 12 million household come from? A country of almost over 200 million, and you're talking about making reference. You're making reference to 12 million household. And permit me to say that in such a program, you will see where they will be going down to the farthest of the north. To the farthest of the north, where they know that we cannot go there to verify. This was the same thing that played out during Mr. President Buhari's regime, President Buhari's administration. The so-called trader money, the so-called school children feeding, and the so-called so many other things. They all went down the water. And no one accounted for it. And the same thing is now happening. Do we continue like this? Nigerians are weeping and crying. Nobody is doing anything. Hunger has really degenerated into something else. Poverty has actually increased its modus operation. A lot is going on in a country blessed with human and the natural resources. But our leaders choose to do otherwise. As if that is not even enough. Other vista we will talk about is the so-called application to borrow $500 million just to cushion the effect, the so-called palliative for subsidy removal. Who are they even receiving? And they're talking to kids. Do they even know, or do they think that we are still children? We are children of a lesser God. Are they not aware that we have actually come to the limelight? We actually know all this movement. As if that is not enough, another vista one will also be talking about. In the National Assembly, proposing over 40 billion naira just to purchase luxurious cars in the name of VIP. Something we know that even such is approved, they will not even buy such because they will continue to use what they have, the ones they have, and share the money amongst them. No one is talking about what happens to the poor masses. The truth of the matter, I must tell you, the Nigerians are dying daily. I have intercepted a lot of people who wanted to die by suicide. I have. It is solely a lonely one. It is solely a difficult time in Nigeria. Extremely difficult for the poor masses. Extremely difficult for the average Nigerian. What do we do from here? Where do we go from here? In a situation like this, in a same climate, in a same country, Mr. President will just tender resignation. Because these things portray that the fact that the Mr. President is not fit, is not capable, to lead. He's not capable to take up this responsibility. I said it before, but what Mr. President Buhari handed over, now the former president, handed over to Nigeria present president, is a burden. Some people did not understand what I mean by that burden. Now those burdens are unfolding. This week, of course, yesterday I bought at the rate of 568 naira, 12,000 naira for just 21 liters of petrol. Why our leaders? Why is it that our leaders don't want to, retrace and make this place a better place for us? In any case, we are still hopeful. We are still believing that the judiciary will redeem itself. The judiciary has a cause to redeem itself. Because we want a Nigeria that we all will be proud of. The present Nigeria, no one should be proud of it. And anyone who claims that he's proud of the present Nigeria is either a benefactor or a beneficiary of the corrupt indices. That is the true position. And I know, in no distant time, we will get it right. God bless Nigeria.